Good morning. Take a walk with me on the beach and let's talk about how you can deal with very difficult to deal with people and why it's very important that you can do so. When you're able to create rapport and friendships with people that are very difficult, by nature, it puts you in a select set of people. And the reason that can be very advantageous to you is because a lot of times it's these very difficult to meet and to know and to like and be friendly with people that can get a lot of things done. You know, I've talked in the past about how celebrities a lot of times are very hard to meet because they know that when they meet these new people, they know they're a celebrity and they probably want something from them. So if we're able to do this, it puts us in a unique subset of people who a lot of times can get things done via the person that we now have a friendship with that was very difficult to attain. So let's talk about how we can do that. I think one of the most important parts of befriending difficult to deal with people is the first time you meet them, because these people know that their reputation is that they're very difficult to work with, and they kind of play up on that. Like, that's who they are, that's who people think they are, so that's who they need to continue to be. So you need to go in with a plan, a very specific set of items that you want to hit that we're going to go through right now. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go in just a bit more timid than normal. And I know this makes me surprising to hear me say this, but in this instance, you want to show a little bit of respect for the fact that you know they're difficult to deal with. Because if you just came in hot, like, you know, just strong tonality, strong confidence, they're going to back off, shut down, and even amplify the jerky kind of mentalities even more. Be a little more timid than normal, but modulate your tonality. So when you speak confidently with a downward trending tone, good afternoon, how are you doing? How's your day going? Versus, hey, how are you? How's your day? You come in too hot with that downward tonality, like I said, he just shut down, but you're gonna modulate, because when you modulate, it softens the instances where you come in hard with downward tonality. So you may come in, hey, good morning, how was your weekend? It was fine, how was yours? Oh, yeah, it was really good. We got out on the motorcycles, drove around, had a good old time. Now, what about, so you're going back to that kind of that supplicative, timid tonality, but you're mixing in some downward strong tonality. What that's telling them non-verbally is that you're respecting them, you're coming in a little timid, you're not coming in hot, but also as a person, you're more used to speaking with that commanding downward tonality, and so you're letting it kind of seep in so they see, okay, he's a confident, strong person, he's respecting me, all good. That's a really good start. Another thing you want to do is you want to expect a positive result. A lot of people will go in expecting them just to be rude or shut down, and you know, the first time they make maybe even a slightly rude comment, the other person's kind of laughing like they're an idiot and that, you know, they're getting put down, and that's probably where they belong. You don't want to do that. You want to come in expecting a good result and a positive result. And a lot of times this can be a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, especially with someone who's used to shutting people down and used to people behaving that way. When you come in, they kind of pick up on your vibe. You know, he's got a little bit of a stronger tonality. He's still being polite, but he seems like a guy, maybe he's got some stuff going on. All right, what you're really looking for is what I call the breakthrough conversation. With difficult people, once you're able to get to this point, it typically is pretty smooth sailing. And what that is when they bring up some emotion or talk about how they feel about something. All right, so let's say it's a second conversation and just, you know, out of nowhere you're saying something, yeah, the wife was sick this weekend and that was that. Okay, so he's talking about family now, and he's talking about sickness. So sickness is an emotional thing and family is an emotional thing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna jump on it and show empathy. So you're gonna say, oh, no, that's too bad. I actually heard there was quite a cold going around. What did she have? Honest empathy. You can tell it in your voice. You actually care about them. You're actually interested. It's not, oh, too bad for the wife. Yeah, I heard sickness is going around. No. So, oh, that's too bad. Instead, I heard that was going around. He can detect that honest empathy. And in people that are difficult to deal with, rarely do people show them empathy because people are just trying to get out of the conversation as fast as possible. I've seen this a lot. Some difficult people to work with at an old corporation that I used to work with. People would just intentionally not even see them or visit them, and if they could, they would just be really superficial and just, hey, how's your day? Cool, I'm gonna leave. Versus, oh no, tell me about your wife. How's she doing now? that is a level of empathy that they don't get very often, and it is going to make you stand out, and they're going to like that because nobody gives that to them, and everybody wants to feel understood, and everybody wants to feel that level of empathy. And in a way, these people that are so difficult to deal with, they're kind of isolated. They create their own isolation because they encourage people through their behavior to be very short with them and to not dig in and be empathetic. It's like they're saying, no, listen, you can't even have a 5-minute conversation with me about the weather. How are you going to talk to me about my family or something that means something to me? But you're the one person that can get through that, and you're actually going to ask them some more specific questions that most people would be scared to ask. But the reason that's going to be cool is because you're asking it with empathy and with honesty. You really want to know you're that one person that's interested in them from a personal level, not just doing what the minimum that they have to do to, I guess, to interact with them on whatever business level or whatever reason is that they're forced to interact with them. All right, I've used this line so many times and I absolutely love it. It always gets a great response and it accomplishes some really deep things that on the surface you probably wouldn't understand. So what you're gonna say, let's say you tried to start a relationship with this guy a few times, just too difficult. You go in this morning and you say, morning, how was your weekend? And he says, is there something I can help you with? Well, what do you do at that point? He's saying, I don't want this fluff talk. Get out of here, I'm not interested in talking to you. What do you do? Oh, okay, bye. No. Confident tonality, you're gonna say, just wanted to stop by and say hi, and then you're gonna leave. What does this mean? I just wanted to stop by and say hi. So it shows that you are aware that they don't want to talk to you and that they're being rude. It shows you had honest empathy in your voice. You could tell it. It's you know, you're a little bit surprised that they were that rude. I just want to stop by and say hi. And it makes them feel like the huge jerk that they're being. And all this, the thing is, these difficult people, they know that people feel like they're difficult, but they feel like they're good people. You know, they feel like once you get by this, it's just kind of a front business to get things done. But when you appeal at a personal level with something like that, just want to stop by and say hi, that's not who they want to be. So they are going to fight in the next future interactions to show you that they're not that jerk. I've seen this line alone has turned around multiple relationships for me, because then the next time you see them, all of a sudden, it's like you've known them for a while. They speak to you with rapport and they smell, oh, hey, Barron, how are you? Like, where did that come from? Even if you just say that and you walk up, just wanted to say hi. A lot of times when you say that, it'll catch them just like that, and they'll say, oh, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, I was busy. I just, that was kind of rude of me. How was your weekend? And they're going to turn it around like that because, like I said, it appeals to them on a personal level. Nobody wants to be a jerk, right? And these people rationalize in their head they're not being a jerk. They're using this facade or this front to get things done. Likely they're not like that at home or around their friends. It's just something that they've picked up that they feel like is advantageous in business or for whatever reason they're doing that. The most beautiful part of that line is that it flips the whole perspective. So now you're the person who is trying to get rapport with them and you were stopping by their office, to now he has to prove to you, he or she, that they're not the jerk that you clearly think they are because you made that statement of just wanted to stop by and say hi. It's going to turn it around, so now they're fighting the good fight for rapport. Another cool thing is when people see this, they're like, what? Wait, why is he trying to get rapport with Barron? He's the new guy. What's up with that? Wow, that's a weird deal. Usually he's the one pushing people off for days and days and nobody likes, and even the CEO can't get along with. Really cool way how you can flip the script, and that'll pay off in spades in a lot of different ways. So try that. I'd love for you to leave me a comment or even send me a private message. Let me know what happens when you use that. Maybe it's somebody that you've had a hard time dealing with for a year and you've never been able to establish rapport. You go in next Friday and say, oh, just wanted to say hi. Let me know how they respond. I think you're really gonna like that. So how are we wrapping this up? Well, we're going to look at how we can use this. We are going to be able to position ourselves as that one person who can deal with these difficult people that other can't. And we're going to do that by using a very structured approach. We're going to know how to go in with our energy. We're going to know how to use our tonality. We're going to know how to, the last thing that I wanted to talk about that I guess I'll use in this wrap up is you always want to leave that initial interaction in a cheery mood. Even if it goes bad, give them a smile. Nice talking to you. Not a defeated kind of a feeling, because then that just does not set you apart. It's like everyone else who gets beat down by them. So even if they're a little bit rude to you, maybe you decide not to try that, just want to say hi line, you say, okay, all right, nice talking to you. Good smile, good energy, they can feel that, oh, this isn't a guy who gets beaten down like everybody else. So we've got a structured approach like that, and we know that in a latch ditch effort, if we really want to come in strong, well, just one to say hi, and that's going to really set us apart. It's going to get them in their head, and they're going to be the one now reaching for rapport with you, because nobody wants to be thought of as that jerk.